we will now discuss required rate of return, okay, on bond investment. So if we are speaking here of required rate of return, there are two modes, no, in earning from investment in bonds. Number one, you have the current yield, which is your interest income, okay, and number two, your capital gains yield. Okay, so capital gains yield is equivalent to the bond price new minus bond price old over bond price old. Okay? So the required rate of return, a bond's yield is the required rate of return or discount rate that will make the discounted value of the expected future cash inflows equal to the current market value of the bond. Okay, so bonds yield or the yield to maturity, okay, YTM. Okay, so when the intrinsic value of the bond to the investor equates to the market value, there is equilibrium between the required rate of return of a bond and bond's yield. So the bond yield class is commonly known as the YTM. So there are two modes in determining the yield to maturity. Yield is your total earnings, no? Total earnings or total income until it mature. Okay? So there are two modes. You can use the interpolation method, okay, which is a trial and error at hindi natin gagawin yan kapag magsosolve kayo ng problems, especially if you're going to take your board examination. The second mode is the approximate YTM, the 60-40 format, and we will discuss it later. So YTM is the discount rate used to compute the present value factor for the single payment and annuity due, which in turn are used to calculate the bond market value. So kanina, okay, we have discussed the bond valuation formula, which is equivalent to the present value of ordinary annuity of the coupon payment, okay, plus the present value 1 of the face value. Okay, so the present value factors will be computed using the effective interest rate. Okay, so there will be problems wherein the effective interest rate is not given, hence you will compute for such, and the effective interest rate is the yield to maturity. Therefore, class, okay, the yield to maturity is the rate that will be used in, okay, will be used in computing for the so-called bond value through present value computation. So the present value factors such as present value ordinary annuity and present value 1. Okay, so we have here again the bond price computation. Ito yung diniscuss ko kanina. Okay, present value of the coupon payment as present value of the face value. Okay, so this is equivalent to your bond price or bond value. So let us try yung interpolation. Okay? Pero again, hindi ito yung sinasuggest ko kapag kayo ay magko-compute, no, ng mga requirements sa exam ninyo because it will take time. Okay? So just to illustrate, a 1,000 ABCD corporate bond was issued on January 1, 2018 with annual coupon interest rate of 8%. The current market value of the bond is 935.82. So binigay na po, no, yung bond price. Ito yun. So kanina, okay, during our discussion with respect to bond valuation computation, the bond price, okay, or the bond value is required. Okay? While the effective interest rate is provided. This time, baliktad naman. Bond price naman ang provided or given, the effective interest rate or the YTM, yun naman ang i-compute. Yan. So kagaya ngayon, sa problem na ito, the nominal interest rate or the stated interest rate or coupon interest rate is 8%. Okay, the market price, 935. So tatanungin dito ay, what is the yield to maturity? So determine the discount rate or the yield to maturity. So, class, okay, before we continue, let me again remind you, okay, that in determining whether the bond is at a discount or discounted or it is at a premium, remember our acronym. Okay, na-discuss na natin ito kanina. We have here N greater than E, it is premium. So the nominal interest rate, if greater than effective, the price is premium, okay, the bond price. But if the effective interest rate is greater than the nominal interest rate, okay, the bond will be discounted. Okay, so in this problem, you will notice that the price or the bond price is 935.82. Definitely, okay, it is lower than 1,000. Okay, so we can presume, okay, that the effective interest rate or the YTM is higher than the nominal because the price in the said problem is discounted. Okay, so if in the choices, okay, assuming it is a multiple choice question, okay, you are provided with different rates, you have to select, you have to select a rate which is, okay, greater than 8%. Okay, so that is how you determine, initially, okay, the YTM or yield to maturity if in case the problem is MCQ. Okay, so assuming that there are two options that shows a greater rate than 8%, okay, so you have to compute either using interpolation or the 60/40 format. So now, let us illustrate first using interpolation, just to show you how to interpolate. Okay, so with this problem, okay, let's proceed to trial and error. Yan. So using 8.5, okay, as a discount rate, okay, we must first determine the present value. So the present value, 1 is 6.5, present value, yes, 1 is 6.56135 at 8.5, okay, while the present value for ordinary annuity is 0.4229, okay. So you have here the bond price or bond value using the said present value factors, okay, it is at 967.20. So kung mapapansin nyo, hindi eksakto sa 935, ito yun, okay, na price, yung mako-compute mo na bond price, okay, if you're going to use 8.5. So 967. Yan. So para ma-estimate natin, dapat mag-isip ka pa ulit ng effective interest rate that will provide a price na lower than 935 para ma-squeeze natin. Okay? So assuming, yan, gamitin naman natin yung 9.5. Okay? So at 9.5, ang mako-compute nating bond price ay 905.81. So kanina, okay, so you have here 935. Okay? 935. This is the bond price at 8% nominal interest rate, but the YTM or the effective interest rate class, okay, is still required. Okay, so ito yung tanong dyan, no? Ngayon, if you will notice, dapat i-squeeze niya ito. Dapat nasa gitna siya ng ini-estimate mo na price. For example, okay? So, kanina, we have computed 967.20. Okay? Ngayon, 905.81. So, ganyan. So, 967 sa taas. Okay, 967. Okay? And then dito naman sa baba, 905. So kung mag-estimate ka ng rate, dapat mag-base ka doon sa rate that will provide a higher bond price and lower bond price than the bond price provided in the problem. Okay, para ma-squeeze na to. So kumbaga nasa gitna ito. Yan. Now, after computing, okay, itong dalawang ito, using 8.5, okay, this is, I think, 8.5%, okay, and this is at 9.5, okay, percent. So, it is presumed that the YTM is equivalent to a percentage between the range of 8.5 and 9.5. Okay? So yan ang tanong, ilang percent kaya? Okay? So now to continue, okay, so ito yon, no? At 8.5, 967 yung bond price niya, 0.2. At 9.5, 905.81 yung bond price naman niya. Okay? But at 935, X or YTM, no, hindi pa natin alam kung ilang percent naman yan. Ito ang gagamitin natin to interpolate. Okay, now, interpolation process. So let me erase this. Okay, so R1 minus R2, okay, over R1 minus R3 is equivalent to P1 minus P2 over P1 minus P3. R stands for rate and P stands for the price. Okay? So dito, makita natin. So R1 is 8.5, okay, minus R2, which is X, is equivalent to 967.2 minus 935. 8.5 R1 minus R3, okay, 967 P1 minus P3. Okay. So now, interpolation step 2, you have here 8.5% minus R2 over negative 1% is equivalent to 31.38 over 61.39. Then i-cross natin, no? I-cross multiply natin. So you have 61.39 times 8.5 minus R2, and then negative 1% times 31.38. And then you will be computing for 5.21815 minus 61.39 times R2, okay, is equivalent to negative 0.3138. Tapos i-transpose natin. Okay, so yung may R, which is the YTM, lagay mo sa kabila, transpose, ito namang negative 0.3138 will become plus 0.3138 to get 5.53195. Divide it by 61.39. Ito naman, divide mo by 61.39. Then, you will be computing for 0.09011 or 9% approximately. Okay? So, ganyan class kapag ka mag-interpolate tayo. Okay? So, ulitin natin. Okay? This is the format. Okay? Ito yung formula muna niya. R1, okay, minus R2 over R1 minus R3. Siyempre, yung R gawin mong P. P1 minus P2 over P1 minus P3. Okay? So, step 1, ito yon. Step 2, ito naman. Okay? So, step 3, nag-transpose tayo. And then step 4, okay? Yan. So, transpose ulit. And then step 5, i-divide na natin to get our estimated YTM. But again, class, let me remind you, I do not suggest, no, itong format na ito. Kasi kailangan mo pang mag-trial and error at kailangan mo pang mag-estimate ng rate. Okay? At sa board exam or sa mga exam ninyo na MCQ, it will take time. Okay? So, let me, at this point, introduce to you the alternative format. Okay? So, ito class, pag chinek mo lang, no, kapag in-apply lang natin, no, before we proceed to the alternative format. At 9%, okay, pag magko-compute ka na ng present value 1, so 1.09 divide equals ka kung ilang period. Yan, present value 1 is 0.42241. And then present value ordinary annuity is 6.41766. Multiply it by 80. Paano na-compute yung 80 na coupon payment? That's 8% times 1,000. And 1,000 is your face value. Okay, so pag inad mo yan, 935.82. Okay, so kumbaga pang-check lang class kung tama yung ating interpolation. Okay? So ngayon, let me introduce to you the 60-40 format. So ito class ang sinasuggest ko, no, na i-apply ninyo in computing for the YTM. So the formula is YTM is equivalent to CP, which is the coupon payment, okay, plus face value minus bond value, okay, over T. Okay, time until it mature. Yan. Divided by bond value times 0.6 plus face value times 0.4. Kaya 60-40 format siya. Okay. So, applying this formula, yan. Wait lang. I-try nyo nga class, no? The coupon payment is 80. Try natin. Let us use the formula. The coupon payment is 80. Okay, I would like you to use your calculator. Text na tayo. Pwede. Coupon payment is 80. Okay. Plus the face value of 1,000. Okay. Minus bond value is 935. Magkano yun plus? 935.82. Ba? And then divide it by how many years until it mature. Ano bang sabi sa problem? Tignan natin. How many years until it mature? Balik tayo class ha. 10 years. Okay, so 10 years. So divide this by 10. Okay, so let's continue. Okay. So i-divide natin ito, okay, by 10. Okay? And then all over. Okay? So ito divide it by bond price times 60%, so 935.82, okay, times 0.6, okay, plus 1,000 times 0.40. Okay? So ngayon, sa format na ito, syempre i-divide natin, no? Okay? We have to divide this. Okay, so i-divide natin ito. Okay, kindly compute class. 1,000 minus 935.82 divided by 10. Okay, so that is 6.4 plus 80. So 86.41. Okay, so sulat natin dito 86. Okay, 0.41. 41. Okay, mahirap pagsulat class no ng ganito. And then 935.82 times 0.6, that is equivalent to 561.492, and then 1,000 times 0.4, that's 400. So this is equivalent to 961. Okay, so 961, okay, 0.49. Okay? So class, kindly divide 86.41 divided by 961.492. Okay? So approximately nasa 0.089. Okay? So nasa 8.98%, which is approximately 9%. Ayan. Okay, so ganyan natin i-compute class yung ating yield to maturity. Siyempre class sa choices naman, hindi naman siguro magiging magkakalapit yung mga percentages. Yan. So, say for example, letter A, 8.3%, letter B, 8.5%, letter C, 9%, letter D, 9.5%. Okay? So, ayan. So, that is how you compute class itong ating YTM by using the 60-40 format. Ito yon. Okay? So coupon payment, 80. Face value, 1,000. Bond value, 935.82. And then time to mature is 10 years. And then divided by 935.82 times 0.6 plus 1,000 times 0.4. Okay? So ganyan po mag-compute ng yield to maturity applying the so-called 60-40 format. Okay. Now, may mga bonds class na may call provision. Okay? And I suppose na-discuss nyo naman na ito sa FinMan ninyo. Let us just go over yung mga bond with call provision. Okay? So, say for example, yan. To illustrate, assume that 10-year callable bond has 12% coupon interest rate upon issuance and assume that it was issued at 1,000 par value. Pag sinabi nating callable bond class, meron tayong tinatawag na call price. Okay, call price. Sabihin, kapag i-redeem ng issuer yung bond prior to its maturity, ay kailangan class na magbayad siya ng presyo which is not the same as the bond price. Okay? So, call price yon. Normally, mag-exercise lang po ng call provision or exercise ng call right itong issuer kapag ang call price is less than the bond price. Ulitin ko ha, kapag ang call price ay less than the bond price. Kasi dun sila mas makakatipid. Okay? Another concept ay, hindi naman lahat ng mga bond with call provision ay exercisable outright upon issuance. Meron tayong tinatawag na call protection period. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka pa pwedeng mag-redeem or mag-repurchase during this period. Say for example, sa problem na ito, okay, this bond is with call protection period of 4 years from issuance, meaning the issuer cannot call the bond from issue date until the end of 4th year. So kailan pa lang pwedeng repurchase? Okay? In the beginning of year 5. Okay? The market interest rate falls from 12 to 10%. Okay? The call premium is 5%. Again, what is the effect class if the market interest rate or the effective interest rate decreases? Okay? Inverse po ang relationship niya sa bond price. Okay? As the market interest rate or effective interest rate declines, the bond price will rise and vice versa. Okay? So dito, the market interest rate declined to 10%. So dati 12, ngayon naging 10. Okay? It will increase the bond from 1,000 to 1,087.11. So paano kinompute? So i-try nga ninyo class. Okay, i-try ninyo. 10%, 1.1 divide equals ka ng ilang period. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you will be computing for, okay, ilan yon? 0.3855 ba? 54, ilang percent ba to? Nas coupon interest rate. Okay. So dito, you have here 1.10 divide. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 0.385543 class, ito yung present value 1 sa 10th year. Okay? Kaso nga lang, ang sabi sa problem, in the beginning of year 5, doon nagkaroon ng decrease ng market interest rate. So you have to compute for the bond price starting year 5. So tumakbo na yung 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have your 1.10 divide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then since tumakbo na yung 4 years, 6 years na lang ang natitira. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin niyan? Instead of using 10 years, 6 years na lang starting year 5. So magiging 0.5644739. Ulitin natin class ha. Try nyo. 1.10 divide equals ka ng 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have your point. Yun. 5644739. Okay, do not use 10 years kasi nga nung first 4 years, 12% ang kanyang market interest rate. So starting year 5, so 5 until 10th year, 6 years ang tumakbo, naging 10% na siya. Okay? So the bond price now, starting year 5, is 1,087.11. Ang tanong ay, i-exercise mo ba yung right mo, okay, to call the said price or bond? Okay? Depende. Okay? Sir, paanong depende? Ang call premium mo ba ay less than the bond price on the 5th year? If the answer is yes, then mas magandang i-exercise yung right to call. Okay? So, ang bond price na niya ngayon is 1,087.11. But the call price is 1,050. Sir, paano kinompute yung 1,050? 1,000 face value plus 50 call premium. Sir, saan galing yung 50 peso na call premium? That is 5% of the face value. So, question class. Ang presyo, okay, kung kailan pwede ka nang mag-exercise ng right to redeem or right to repurchase ay 1,087.11. Okay? At ang ibabayad mo lang kung i-redeem mo is 1,050. Willing ka ba na mag-redeem? Okay, let me ask. Okay, from the class. Pocholo Ocampo, are you there? Pocholo?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Pocholo. What will be your answer, Pocholo? Are you going to redeem if you are the issuer on year 5?
Sir, I think hindi po.
Bakit hindi?
Kasi po mas mataas po yung book value ko compared po dun sa...
This is not book value. This is bond value.
Bond value po, sir.
Kasi?
Mas higher po siya compared po dun sa 1,050 po na yung CV po.
Call price.
Call price po.
So your answer is redeem or not to redeem?
Not to redeem po.
Okay. Sige, let me ask Shane Kurt, are you there? How about you, Shane Kurt? Shane?
Yes po, sir.
How about you, Shane Kurt? If you are the issuer, okay, are you going to repurchase, exercise your right to call back, exercise your right to repurchase or redeem starting year 5?
No po, sir.
Why not?
Tulad ng same reason po, mas mataas po yung bond price kaysa sa call price.
Mas mataas ang bond price sa call price. Okay. Can you redeem starting year 1, Shane Kurt?
No.
No. Year 2, can you redeem starting year 2?
No po, sir.
Year 3, can you repurchase?
No din po.
Year 4, can you call back?
No po.
No. Starting year 5, can you repurchase?
Yes po, sir.
You can. Di ba? Okay, so if you're being asked, can the issuer redeem the bond? Ang sagot ay yes or no. Depende kung tapos na or nag-expire na ang tinatawag nating call protection period. Tama ba, Shane Kurt?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. But if you're being asked, Shane Kurt, okay, are you going to redeem the bond on year 5? So hindi na yan can redeem, di ba? Yan na ay will the issuer redeem. So depende na kung mas mataas ang call price sa bond price. Tama ba, Shane Kurt? Yes. So again,
Yes po, sir.
okay, on year 5, starting year 5, can you redeem, Shane Kurt?
Ay, sorry po, sir. Paulit po. Nawala po.
Can you redeem, Shane Kurt, starting year 5?
Can po. Yes po, sir. Can redeem po.
Yes. Will you redeem as the issuer?
I know po.
No. Okay. For the same reason that
Mataas po yung bond price kaysa sa call price.
okay. Sige. Thank you, Shane Kurt. How about you? Sino kaya ang tatawagin natin? Princess, Charmaine. Princess, nandiyan ka ba? Christian Gregorio, are you there? Aliyah Bea. Aliyah? Nagkakaalaman class ang hindi nag-a-attend ng class natin. Denise. Denise, Iya May?
Yes po.
Okay, so Denise, how about
Yes
you,
po.
Denise? Can you redeem the bond starting year 5?
Yes po.
You're the issuer? Yes, that's correct. Will you redeem the bond
Yes
on
po.
year 5? Yes, you will redeem. So, unlike the other two classmates, si Shane Kurt at sino yung isa? Sabi nila, no, they will not redeem. Why? Bakit willing ka na mag-redeem?
Kasi po sir, mas maliit po yung babayaran
Yung babayaran. Okay, magkano bang
pag call
babayaran
price
mo?
compared sa bond price.
Magkano
Yung
bang
1,000.
babayaran? Sige, go. You speak.
2,050 po.
Yung 1,050, which is the call price, which is equivalent to 1,000 plus 5% premium. Yun ang ibabayad mo pag magre-redeem ka. Tama ba?
Opo.
Yes. At ang babawiin mo is worth how much?
1,000 po.
Magkano ang babawiin mo na value ng bond kung i-redeem mo? Ha?
Ay, 1,000 po.
Oh. I thought makakatipid ka. Magkano ba yung bond value starting year 5?
Ay, 1,087 po.
Oh, 'di ba i-compare mo?
Opo.
Kumbaga parang bumibili lang kayo sa mall, 'di ba? Magbabayad ka ng 1,050 pero yung worth ng binibili mo or i-redeem mo is 1,087. Tama ba?
Yes po.
Yes. Okay. So again, what is your answer? You are going to redeem because?
Kasi po mas mababa po yung call price compared sa value ng bond currently at year 5.
Okay. So thank you for your answer. So ganun class, no? So tignan natin ha. Oh. The issuer in exercising its right to call will have to pay the call price of 1,050. So to the bondholder and in turn redeem the 1,000 callable bond. Okay? So i-redeem niya yung 1,000 face value callable bond. Sir, edi lugi kami. Hindi ka lugi doon. Bakit? Okay? Kasi yung value ng 1,000 callable bond na yan is not 1,000. Ang value niya starting year 5 is 1,087. Okay? So the bond premium received amounting to 87 is higher than call premium paid of 50. Okay? Thus, earning excess amount. So, kumbaga, kumita ka pa ng 37.11. Okay? So, are you going to redeem? Will the issuer redeem? Yes, because the call price is less than the bond price starting year 5. Okay? Can the issuer redeem? Yes. Okay? So, hindi na matter of comparing the call price and bond price kapag ang tanong ay can. Okay? It's just a matter of nag-expire na ba ang call protection period. If the answer is yes, yes, the issuer can redeem. Ayan, class ha. So ulitin ko ha. Okay, so let us make it clear. If the ano na lang natin, text na lang para mas maganda, no? If call price, okay? If CP, yan na lang para hindi kayo malito sa tinatawag nating coupon payment. If call price is less than the bond price, again, what will be your answer? Okay? The issuer will redeem. Okay? The issuer will redeem. Yan. Sir, bakit yung issuer ang tinatanong natin? Kasi ang call provision or callable bond ay nagbibigay ng privilege or right doon sa issuer na bawiin yung bond even prior to maturity. Pag binaliktad mo naman yan, okay, kung gusto mo naman na yung bond holder ang mabigyan ng privilege or right, hindi dapat callable yung bond. It should be bond with put provision. Okay? At kayo nang mag-isip class kung anong other term for bond with put provision. Okay? At yung bond na yan with put provision will give the bond holder the right to put back. Okay? Para ibalik. So, syempre, baliktarin mo rin naman. Okay? So, ganun. Okay. So, let us continue. Yan. Okay? So on the other hand, when the interest rate increases resulting to decline in the bond price, okay, the risk is known as interest rate risk. Again, class, kapag tumataas ang interest rate, bumabagsak ang bond price. Okay? So, maliban, class, doon sa tinatawag natin na yield to maturity, meron din tayo, class, tinatawag na yield to call. Okay? Yield to call. Ano? So, paano naman i-compute ang yield to call? So, you have here the format, okay, but we have here BV or book bond value, okay, is equivalent to coupon payment, okay, over 1 plus D, okay, the discount rate or the coupon rate, and then you have here the T time and call price over 1 plus D, discount rate, I should say, raised to N. Ano yung DC? DC is the yield to call or the rate of return when the bond is called. CP is the coupon interest payment. And you have here the call price. Okay. So class, can you still recall yung YTM formula? Okay. Ano ba yung YTM formula? Ang YTM formula natin, as discussed a while ago, is equivalent to, di ba, YTM. Okay? This is equivalent to CP plus, I would like to highlight, class, yung pagkakaiba lang ng formula na dalawa. Yan. Divided by T. Okay? So ito, no? So itong formula na ito, YTC, ang numerator niya ay CP, coupon payment, plus call price, as opposed to face. No? Minus bond price divided by N. And this is the period wherein the issuer may exercise its right to call. Okay? And then over bond price times 0.6 plus call price times 0.4. Dito naman sa baba niya, so you have here, divide this by, okay, punta tayo dito, bond price times 0.6 plus, you have your face times 0.4. Ayan. So this is the formula. Okay? At mag-drawing tayo na mali. Mag-drawing tayo ng line. Okay? So, ano ang napansin ninyo, class, doon sa formula ng YTC and YTM? Sarina, Angelo, what have you noticed?
Yung ano po, yung sa YTM, face value minus bond price. Samantalang sa YTC po, call price minus bond price. Pilitan yung value ng call price.
How about the denominator?
Kasi yun din po. Yung sa denominator na dating face value 0.4 sa YTM, ngayon po call price times 0.4.
Okay. So class, okay, so tama yung napansin ni Sarina. Ano kaya ang dahilan kung bakit ganon? Class, ganito, no? Dito sa YTM, until it mature. Okay, until it mature. Ano ba ang ibabalik ng issuer kapag nag-mature? Di ba? Ano ba ang ibabayad ng issuer kapag nag-mature? Hindi ba face value? Di ba? Face value. Ayan. Ito naman, yield until i-call. Yield until i-redeem prior to maturity. Okay? So ano naman ang ibabayad ng issuer kapag i-call niya or i-redeem niya yung bond? Hindi face value ibabalik. Ang ibabalik niya ay ang call price. Okay? Ang ibabalik niya ay ang call price. And that's the reason, class, no, kung bakit ang ating estimated format ng YTM, face value ang ginagamit, okay? While in computing for the estimated YTC, ang ginagamit naman ay call price. Okay? So, meron bang question? Okay, sir, question po. Constant po lagi yung 60 and 40. The answer is yes, because this is just an estimate, class, no? 60-40, pero sa board exam, pwedeng i-stipulate doon na 50-50 format. Kapag walang binanggit, okay, based sa mga problems na sinolve na before at sa pag-estimate ng YTM, pinakamalapit po yung 60-40 na 60-40 na estimate. Okay? Pero pag binigay sa problem class, ha, na using 50-50 format, edi palitan nyo to instead of 0.6, 0.5. Yan. Okay, so yun. So let me address yung mga tanong muna. Meron pa ba? Thank you po, sir. Okay. Okay, recognize. Sir, question po, if call date po usually before the maturity date? Yes, definitely, class. Okay? Kasi ang call period, okay, call period ay binibigyan mo nga ng privilege yung issuer na bawiin niya yung bond prior to maturity. Okay? So normally magsisimula yan, okay, after 3 years from issuance, ganun, depende sa call protection period. Okay? Kasi hindi na siya yield to call kung pinaabot mo na until maturity. Sir, 1 year prior to maturity period, pwede pa? Yes, yield to call pa rin yon. Okay? Pero kapag on maturity period, hindi na po, ano na yan, hindi na po yan yield to call. Yield to maturity na yon. Okay? So, let us continue. Okay, so burahin ko to para malinis ang ating notes. Ayan, class, ha. Madaling tandaan itong formula na to, ha. Huwag kayong malilito dyan. Okay, ang dahilan pala, sir, kaya pala call price ang ginagamit dito. No? Call price. Okay, dahil yun ang ibabayad sa amin kapag kani-redeem prior to maturity? Yes. Okay. CBA Corporation has bonds outstanding with 1,000 face value and 10 years left until maturity. Okay? They have 12 annual coupon payments and the current market value is 1,120. Okay, so this is the bond price, okay, 1,120. These bonds can be called starting 5 years at 105% of the face value. Alam nyo na, class, ang ibig sabihin ng 105%, 105 of 1,000 is 1,050. Okay? So 5% na premium. Determine the yield to maturity assuming the corporation did not exercise its rights to call. So class, i-clarify ko lang, ha. Kahit na callable yung bond or may privilege na i-call, kung hindi naman niya in-exercise, okay, yung earnings ng bondholder ay YTM. Okay? So yan yung required rate of return niya kung umabot sa maturity. Pero kapag in-exercise ng bondhold ng issuer, I should say, yung right to call niya, okay, yield to call naman ang magiging return ng bondholder. So ngayon, sa number 1, hindi daw niya in-exercise. So, ibig sabihin, instead of using 105 or 1,050, anong gagamitin natin? E di 1,120. Okay? Pero kapag YTC, 1,050 ang gagamitin mo. Okay. Ngayon, approximate yield to maturity is equivalent now to 10.075%. Paano kinompute yan? Okay? So you have coupon payment which is 12%, okay, of 1,000, that's 120. Ayan. Tapos ibabalik sa iyo kapag nag-mature 1,000. Minus bond value 1,120. Divide it by ilang years until it mature? 10 years. Ayan. So, okay, i-divide mo naman yung 60-40, 1,120 times 0.6, 1,000 times 0.4, and the YTM now is 10.075. So, ganun po, class, ang pag-determine ng YTM. Sir, how about YTC? Okay, yield to call. So, number 2. Skip ko na to, class, itong gusto lang niyang patunayan na malapit po. Sa 10.075 na na-compute natin, approximately nasa 1,118 ang mako-compute mo na bond price. Kumbaga, i-check lang niya. Okay, checking lang kung malapit or eksakto dito sa 1,120 yung ating bond price. And obviously, class, hindi siya eksakto kasi nga estimate lang yung ginagamit nating 60-40 na format. Pero at least malapit. 2 pesos na ang difference. Yan. So, rest assured, class, na sa exam ninyo, hindi naman magkakalapit yung mga rate. No? Para obvious naman na kung ano isasagot natin. Yan. Now, how about YTC? Okay, YTC. The yield to call is equivalent to coupon payment plus call price. So, yan na yung diniscuss ng classmate nyo kanina. Minus bond price, okay, over N. And N is the period wherein the right to call may be exercised. Yan. Kung kailan siya mag-exercise ng right to call niya. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, class, 5, no? Starting year 5. Yan. So, another observation as provided by your classmate a while ago is that instead of using face value na 1,000, yung call premium na 1,050 ang ginamit natin. So 120 plus 1,050 minus 1,120 which is given divided by 5 years. That's a period wherein your right to call may be exercisable, divided by 1,120 times 0.6 plus 1,050 times 0.4. So ang yield to call, ang ganito, class, ang yield to call, okay, yan yung rate, no? Rate para ma-consider ng issuer na i-repurchase na yung bond. Ibig sabihin, kung yan na yung market rate, no, sa bonds, okay, or effective interest rate sa bond, okay, pwede nang i-repurchase ng issuer yan. Okay, at 9.707. At kapag ni-repurchase ng issuer yung bond, in turn, sa part naman ng bondholder, ito naman ang tinatawag na rate of return ng bondholder. So, huwag kayong malilito, class, Huwag kayong malilito. Okay? Ang YTC, okay, sa part ng issuer, yan yung rate para ma-consider niya na i-redeem na niya. At kapag ni-redeem naman yan, ito naman yung required rate of return at ang may return class ay yung nag-invest. At ang nag-invest class ay ang bond holder. Okay, bond holder. Ayan. So, ganyan, class, ang i-consider ninyo. Okay? So, let me erase this para hindi tayo malito. Okay. Okay, so ngayon, approximately, it's 9.707%. Okay, ayan na, sabi ko kanina, which is the rate of return earned by the bond holders. Okay. So, ganun po, class, ganun compute ng YTM and YTC. And then last topic class, okay, expected total returns on the bond. Kung ano yung computation natin ng YTM class at YTC, ganun din naman eh. Ganun din. Okay, pero may formula tayo sa part naman ng bondholder. Okay? Expected total return is equivalent to current yield, okay, that's CY, plus capital gains or loss yield. At paano kino-compute ang ating expected total return? It's coupon payment, okay, yung tinatanggap mo every period divided by bond price today, okay, plus bond price new minus bond price last period or today divided by bond price last period or today. Okay, so ito yon, ito yung mga legend natin, no? ETR, CY, CGI, CGY, CLY, BPN, okay? And BPO. Okay, that's the bond price old and bond price new. So let's illustrate. This is not new to you class. Alam ko na-discuss din na to sa Finman. Okay, ano lang tayo? Refresh lang natin. AMV purchased on January 1, 2017, a 1,000 face value bond issued by CBM Corporation with 9% annual coupon interest and 10 years to maturity for 950. If AMV sold the bond on January 1, 2018, so after 1 year for 970 to Wash C. Gores, what is the total rate of return earned by AMV? O class, ang kanyang bond price new ay 970. Okay? For 1 year, kumita siya ng 9% of 1,000, that is 90 pesos. Diba? So, 90 over the bond price old, which is 950. Kung hindi niya binenta until it mature, 950 yung presyo ng bond niya. So, ito po ang ating formula in computing for the expected total return. So 90 over 950, okay, that is your current yield. And then 970 minus 950 over 950, that is your capital gains yield. Okay, so pag tinotal natin, you have the expected total return of 11.58%. So ganyan class ang pag-compute ng expected total return. Okay? So, the expected total return received by AMV from selling the bond 1 year from issuance is 11.58%, which is composed of current yield of 9.47% and capital gains yield of 2.11%. The price of the bond increased from 950 to 970, which encouraged the bondholder to sell the bond to the other investor. Sir, bakit ba nag-increase yung presyo ng bond from 950 to 970? Again, there is an inverse relationship with respect to the bond price. Ulitin ko, okay? If there is decrease in market, okay, rate, di ba? It will result to increase in bond price. So, ibig sabihin, after 1 year class, syempre naman, hindi naman po fix yung ating effective interest rate every year. So, pwede ngayong 2017, kailan ba nag-invest si sa AMV? 2017, ang market rate probably is 10%, di ba? 10%, kunyari lang. Okay, 10%. Ngayon, pagdating ng 2018, kaya pala naging 970 yung price, nag-decrease yung market rate. Hindi na siya 10%. Probably naging 9.5, baka less than 9. Ganon. Okay, so you might consider selling. Di ba? So, ganun class. Pero kapag tumataas ang market rate naman, bumabagsak naman ang bond price. Huwag mo namang ibenta yun. Okay, so with this, we end our discussion for today. Okay, so I'll just upload mga problems to solve, okay, materials to solve with respect to bond valuation. Okay, and this lecture will be uploaded later, okay, as a continuation of the first part of our lecture in bond valuation. Okay, so thank you for attending the class and God bless you, class.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.